leaves in his FedEx mail truck. My heart rushes to open the brown taped up box. I grabbed the box cutter and slid it open. It was bubble wrap and safety stuff all over top of my gift. I clawed and clawed till I got to my gift, the green and purple vase to put on my bedroom.
I just kept it in my head and only talked about that secret to that person who told me the secret. I never told anybody. Hand up.
Shorter, and in the course of a short piece, the house explodes. So I think I'll try to bring in some of these in the future. So, well, we're going to end the class with a really short writing exercise. And I want you guys to take the first line of this story about how you could still... my sophomore year at Johns Hopkins University, I taught a writing class at a very affluent Baltimore public school where they had like a writing center and a specific program for students to do creative writing during the school day. But this isn't a program that all schools had the funding to support. So I started developing Writers in Baltimore Schools as a model that you could offer to schools free so that more students could engage with creative writing programs. And I was a creative writing major in college, and I think, like, looking back, it's because I had a series of elementary school teachers who kept assigning me more and more stories and more creative writing projects. So it just made sense to me that writing was something that you did as part of language arts.
Darn. D-A-R-R-I-N.
I know it, but I'm gonna let someone else.
You said it says sports in this
lunch. Okay.
Well, at first I knew I like to write a lot, so I joined the writing club. And it's real fun, but you gotta know what you're doing at first, and then you get to writing.
I became involved with the writers program by my teacher, Ms. Maslin, because we also do creative writing in our classroom for our first. That's our first thing we do when we enter the classroom and sit down. And so she liked the stories that we did because we had free writing on Friday, and she put me in this program.
It's in there. We're schools, so we're in a couple of different elementary schools. I've only been here in this district. I was here last year, and I taught during the day. This is the first time I'm doing the after-school program. But basically, this is Patrice's vision to get us involved in the local school districts. A lot of us are writing seminars majors or English majors. And I just got an email from her one afternoon last year and asking for any writing seminars majors who are interested. And I've always really liked working with kids and helping teach writing. And so I just kind of got involved. So my role is to help inspire writing in the school district. And I think it's really important for kids to start writing at a really young age. So when they get to middle school and high school and then college, they don't look at writing as a burden, and I think a lot of times writing is seen that way. And I think that's because when people think about writing, they think about essays and academic work, which is wonderful in its own right, but this is really about personal expression and a way to just kind of tune out from the rest of the day and focus on something that has to do with you or your imagination.
Like Dr. Seuss, like the Cat in the Hat book, because I thought it was fun, and my other friends thought it was fun to read it too. So I start reading the other Dr. Seuss books, and I thought it was cool.
All right, who wants to go first?
Me! I've been raising.
You've been raising, you go first.
This object.
Second, third.
This object.
Tomorrow I'm going to be starting a unit on flash fiction because it's really easy to get through it in class. And we're going to be doing The Orange by Benjamin Rosenbaum. And it's a really fun story because it's sort of a hypothetical. What if an orange was to rule the world?
Through old black magic without making mistakes. Okay.
I hate old black magic. To tell you the truth, Mitchell said as he tossed a chocolate.
My favorite part about the writers program is like we get to come up with our own stories and like be creative and like express what we think and feel. So far, the latest one I read was Decision Time, and it was so far the best one he wrote. Because, yeah, I really like it. It was a Keisha novel. It was really good. It was basically about what's going on in her life so far.
My favorite part about it is the fact that, like, we get to venture out and create new things and experience the tactics of writing and, like, go beyond ourselves and stuff like that.
Wildly,
I don't have a favorite type of reading. As long as I'm interested in it, I will read it. And I just, like, whatever comes in my mind, I'll write about. So yeah.
Okay, object number 2. Ready? Go for it. Do you want a drum roll? Drum roll for the second round. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I think definitely the students, believe it or not, middle school kids have challenged me to think about the writing I do in my personal life a lot differently. I have one student in my class here at Margaret, Brent Terrell, and he sat down for an interview with a Baltimore Sun reporter last spring, and she asked him to explain his writing routine, and he said that he writes at least 3 days a week, no less than 3 hours a day, and that when he's writing, he never looks at a clock or thinks about time. And I was just blown away by the answer, and I basically started thinking, whoa, like, in my own writing, I don't have that kind of rigor, that kind of routine. So to hear that he was a 7th grader at the time, that a middle school student took writing that seriously. And then I met a kid at Barclay who's in the creative writing club there, who said that he goes home and writes 2 stories every night. And again, just to discover these kids who are in middle school and already have this interest in creative writing has really affected me.